You're posting reels every single day, you're spending hours recording videos, you're paying editors massive retainers just to make flashy, over-the-top content that you think looks good, but you're still struggling to succeed with short-form content. And by succeeding, I'm not talking about going viral or gaining new followers, I'm talking about actually converting your viewers into high-paying customers. If you're a business owner spending thousands on content that's generating zero revenue, this video will change everything. I'm Vitanis, the founder of Creatify, and my team and I help business owners turn their content into a trust engine that reduces sales friction and customer acquisition costs. And over the past few years, I've worked with a lot of founders that are bleeding ad spend and struggling with cold conversion, all because their content wasn't doing the one job it's supposed to do: getting prospects to know, like, and trust you, which are the three main and only pillars to converting any single cold traffic into paying customers. So today I'm going to show you exactly why your short form content isn't converting and the exact framework to fix that. So here's what we're covering: why the algorithm excuse is killing your conversions, the real reason your content isn't working and it's not what you think it is, the transformation bridge framework that turns viewers into buyers, how to create do this right now content that builds authority, and at the end, a content audit checklist that you can use today right after watching this video, which will give you the most results. So here's the truth nobody wants to hear. You think it's the algorithm's fault and you're just unlucky with Instagram, and that volume will fix everything. But that couldn't be further from the truth. Look, the word algorithm is just a made-up fancy word that people overuse because it sounds technical. What you actually need to focus on is your audience, because the shiny algorithm is just your audience. If you're not succeeding with your content, it basically means your content is either uninteresting or invaluable to your audience. When your followers scroll away from your post, that sends Instagram a signal that your videos are just trash. Here's the tire kicker: most founder-led businesses I work with have incredibly smart ICPs, because these are decision makers, business owners, people who value their time more than everything. They don't need brain-rotty videos, they need content that moves the needle. If your videos are getting low views and no engagement, it's one of these three things. First is that you're boring or uninteresting, but this is just a personal brand issue that we can always work on, and it's not that big of a deal. The second one is the quality and packaging is trash, which means the editing or just your quality, video quality, but you can easily outsource this and it's not a big deal. Now, what is a very big deal is that your videos provide zero value. This is a very big deal and not easily fixable, but that's exactly what we're covering in this video, and that's the exact reason that your videos aren't converting. So as I said, the real reason your videos are not converting, you're not getting high paying customers from your content, and it's not you doing the job it's supposed to do, it's just that your videos are not valuable enough. And it doesn't necessarily mean that they're not valuable to everybody, it just means that they're not valuable to your ideal client profile, which is a very big mistake that I see business owners do. They create valuable content, but they don't know who is it valuable for. So that's exactly what we'll cover in this video. Let's go ahead and dive in once again. Before that, let's talk about the foundation of valuable content and what that actually means. So let me read you a very cliche quote that probably a lot of you have heard if you're in the online marketing space, and that is: value is created when pain is alleviated, and pain is alleviated when problems are solved. I should have done this with a British accent because you've heard Charlie Morgan and every other business YouTuber say this, but it's because it's true. And if I had to summarize this entire video in one sentence, it would be this sentence. So once again, value is created when pain is alleviated, and pain is alleviated when problems are solved. Your content should be solving your audience's real problems and moving them closer to working with you, not just entertaining them or showing how successful you are, which we see a lot these days in most of the business guru videos. So what should I start with? And that is what I said previously, just 30 seconds ago, is that you need to identify your ideal customer profile's transformation goals. Your viewers have a current situation and a desired outcome. Every single piece of content should help bridge that gap between where they are now and where they want to be. So just to give you a few examples, for online entrepreneurs, these transformations might look like not booking enough calls to having a full calendar, not closing any deals to having a consistent close rate, no discipline to being able to work 12-hour days, and followers who don't buy to an audience that converts into customers. So you need to engineer every video towards transformation. Not necessarily these transformations, but just the transformation that you think your ideal customer profile wants to have. So let me give you even more real examples across different niches. Instead of posting 5 exercises for abs, which is very surface level fluff, post something like how I helped Sarah lose 20 pounds in 8 weeks without giving up carbs. And now if you're doing a business coach, instead of just posting videos about tips for productivity, post how my client went from working 80 hours a week to 40 hours while doubling her revenue. Use this 3-step formula. If you're a marketing consultant, you can instead of saying social media best practices on your carousels or reels, post how this business owner got 15 new customers in 30 days using one Instagram story sequence strategy. Do you see the difference? Generic tips apply to everyone but help no one. Specific transformations show your audience exactly what's possible when they work with you. So when creating actionable content, avoid theory crafting and vague concepts. Give specific steps viewers can take today to move closer to their goal. When telling people to change behavior or implement a new strategy, always give a real-world example. It's always better if it's you, and even better if it's your client. That's where the case study videos come from. That is the exact real reason they exist. This level of specificity is what separates valuable content from filler content. You need to start respecting people's time by making your videos shorter and more actionable. Put in the effort as if you're doing one-on-one coaching, because that's the standard your audience expects. And if you think I'm being extreme or over the top, great. Only extreme people get extreme results. Think about it. A founder watching your content could be working on their business, talking to prospects, or solving real problems. They choose to spend 60 seconds with you instead. And that is a massive responsibility. People give you their attention because they believe your content will help them achieve a transformation. Honor that sacrifice by delivering real value. When people follow your practical advice and see results, they become loyal viewers who return for more guidance. More importantly, they become qualified leads who already trust your process because you gave it away for free. Educational content that genuinely helps people transform gets shared and recommended, naturally increasing your viewer count. But remember, we're not optimizing for views, we're optimizing for conversions. And I've seen this work repeatedly. One client went from 500 followers with 0 inbound leads to 15k followers during 40 qualified calls per month. The difference? Every piece of content solved a specific problem his prospects faced. So here are actionable steps you can take today to audit your content and see what you can change. If you do not do this and you just watch this video and go click somewhere else to watch another video, congratulations, you just wasted 10 minutes of your time because your behavior won't change. So please, for the love of your business, audit your content and check to see if there are any mistakes that you need to change. And there probably is. Number 1, you need to look at your last 10 posts. For each one, ask, what specific transformation does this help my viewer achieve? If you can't answer that in one sentence, delete or rework the content. Don't delete the content I yapped over here, but just rework the content on your future post. Never delete your content. And then ask yourself, can someone watch your video and immediately take action? If your content requires additional research or clarification, it's not actionable enough. And then in terms of the problem alignment with your viewers and your audience, your ideal customer profile, you need to list the top 5 problems your prospects face before working with you. Now, check your content and again ask yourself, are you addressing these exact problems with specific solutions? And lastly, are you sharing frameworks, systems, and processes that position you as the expert? Or are you just sharing motivational quotes and generic tips that won't make people trust you or like you? If you're tired of creating content that gets likes but doesn't generate leads, you need to fundamentally shift how you think about value creation. Your content isn't just posts, it's your 24/7 sales teams, and it should be pre-selling trust, handling objections, and positioning you as the obvious choice before prospects ever get on a call with you. And lastly, this is a B2B video. There's always a CTA at the end. You can skip this if you want, but I build done-for-you content systems for founder-led business owners that reduces CAC and compresses sales cycles using just 3 hours per week of their input. 3 hours, maybe sometimes even 2. So if you want to see how we turn your expertise into conversion leverage, check the first link in the description. And if this video helped you see content differently, Share it with another founder who's struggling to convert their audience. They'll thank you for that, and I will also thank you for that. So it's a win-win. You're just gonna be a great person. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this video. I'm not gonna waste more of your time. Hope you have an amazing day.